Today we're going to make this easy paper firefly jar craft.
For today's craft, all you need is some glue, scissors, a pencil, a black marker, crayon or pencil crayon, some yellow paper, and I'm using blue for my background, but you could use any color for your background. So go ahead, grab your supplies, and let's get started. The first thing I want to do is I want to make my little jar. So in order to make my jar, I have to decide what size I want it. You can make a humongous jar, a tiny jar, whatever you would like for your fireflies. I'm going to, I think, make my jar a little bit smaller today. So it's going to be about the size of my hand. And I want to draw my jar. So to do that, I'm going to use the bottom of my page, which is very helpful. I'm just going to curve off this corner at the bottom of here. That will give me one side of the jar. And I think I want my jar to go this big, so I'm going to curve off that side. And this is already going to be a straight line, so that's easy. This is going to be a straight line, so I want to go ahead and draw a straight line here. I could also use a ruler, or watch this. You can just pull your page over like this, just gently, and use that to help you draw a straight line. And there you go, you have a straight line. When I get to the top here, I want to curve it over a little bit. So right before I get to the top, I'm just going to, just like I curved here at the bottom, I'm going to make a gentle curve here at the top, and then I'm going to go straight up. I want to do the same thing on the other side. So a gentle curve here. I want to match that up, and then go straight up. So I have a little bit up there. And you know what? I think I need a little bit more up here. So let me just measure. Let's do about a finger space at the top. We need about a finger space that comes down, and then we do the curve. Just to help you out there. Great thing about using a pencil is you can erase. So I'm going to go down about a finger space, and then I'm going to curve around to the edge here and curve around here. And when I'm done that, I'm cutting that out. Okay, once you have your jar, we are now going to take a little bit of this yellow paper that I have, and I am just going to cut out some strips for the top. Now, don't worry about the length. You just want to make sure this yellow piece is longer, but don't worry that it's not perfect yet. We'll trim it after. But see, from here to here, you just want to make sure your yellow is a little bit longer, and then you're going to cut out some pretty narrow strips. So it's hard to use a pencil for this because they're pretty small, but see how narrow they are? Just do it as narrow as you can. And then with those narrow strips, we're actually going to glue those on at the top. So I take my glue and I put it carefully so I don't rip that paper, carefully on top of it. And then I'm just going to glue that right where those two, right where the bottle kind of comes right at the tip. Okay, and then I'm going to take my next one, put some glue on there, and I'm going to glue that, leave a little space here, and I'm going to glue that. There we go. Make sure that sticks. And now you just turn it over and you just trim that little bit off. So see where the little yellow's sticking out? You just carefully trim that off. Just be careful. Gentle, gentle. And sometimes it can be a little tricky to trim, so just take your time. Watch your little fingers. There. Now I've trimmed that off. We are ready for our fireflies. So I'm going to take my yellow paper. I'm going to fold it once. I'm going to fold it twice. And I'm probably going to fold it one more time if I can. If I can't, that is okay, but I'm going to try to. And I'm going to draw an oval. Now, if you want bigger fireflies, you can draw a bigger shape, but I'm going to draw mine fairly small. So I'm just going to draw an oval on this piece of paper. So around, so it's not quite a circle, but it's more like an oval, kind of like a fingerprint. And I'm going to cut that out. Now, if this is a bit thick, you can unfold it, draw an oval, and then another oval, and cut those out. They don't all have to be the same size, so don't worry. Okay, once you have those, you're going to just glue them randomly inside your jar. I like to leave a little bit of space for them because we're going to draw some antenna and wings on there. And you can see I have some going one direction, some going other directions. That's okay. Now I have a few on there. You can glue more if you would like. I'm going to show you how to do the last part. You're going to take your crown, your marker, or your pencil crown, the black that you have, and my black is quite thick, so I'm going to put a piece of paper here. So let me find one in my workspace and underneath so it doesn't go through my page onto my workspace. And at the top, all I do is cover in a little oval, so an oval that kind of goes right and left, like this, right at the top. Can you see that? Then you go up, curl around to the right, go up, curl around to the other side. Then I go to the one side and I am going to curve out and curve back in. So I'm going to curve out and then back in, and I'm going to do the other side, curve out and curve back in. And I'm going to do that for all of them. So if that didn't make sense, just slow it down, replay the video, and then you're on your way to do all of yours. And there you go. When you're happy with how many you have in, then your craft is all ready. You could always glue more in. You can make more jars. You could put them in different colors. I think it is super cute. If you like this craft, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thanks for joining me on Craft Club for Kids. Remember, be creative and have fun.